Hello everyone and welcome to my Show Your Farm. So this is no man's land. As you can see, I'm going to show you every detail of my farm. As you can see, I have a little farm in the north. That's where I have all my productions, all my animals, and they are fed by these fields down south. Two big ones and three smaller ones. Okay, so let me guide you through my farm. I'm starting at the shop for you to have a reference. So let's proceed with our tour. By the way, this is a 300 hours gameplay. Let me just show you that real quick. So you can pause this if you want to see all the details. I have 300 hours in this map. That's 19 years played. I'm especially proud of the trees cut down, almost 600 of them. So I've been clearing the trees to set my fields manually. So here we go to the first part of the farm. So the trees are greeting you into my farm. So I went with the sheds, the no man's land sheds for machinery. So I have all the Fendt trucks under a shed, and on that shed over there I'm going to show you. So I have all the mulchers, all the rollers and the seeders. So I separate the equipment by type and by function. So I have these little silos over here. These were actually the first placeables I placed in my map. So then I have all the trailers here. I have the forage wagons and the normal trailers. 4 on this side and another 2 on this one, and one that I used once for sugarcane. On this side I have a bigger field for the bigger equipment. So yeah, as you can see, it's more like an open sky park. Yeah. So getting back on our horse that will take us around the farm. So I have those 4 Fendts and a couple more tractors over here. So as you can see, I have the older Case trucks, Massey Ferguson, and the Claas. Here I also have equipment by Goal. So here are the weeders and the hoe, and the tether, and this could use a wash. Okay, so I haven't been using these lately. I've been mostly using manure and slurry. So then I have my maintenance station where I have, let me show you how I proceed. Let me just, if I place it there, what I usually do is I hit refuel, I get off, it's refueling, I repair it and then I give it a wash. That's how I usually proceed to keep my trucks tidy. So then I have my first big silo over here. It holds 500 million, 20 million, sorry, 20 million liters of solids and liquids. And last shed for all my combine harvesters over here, 2 of them. Then I have the forest equipment, and I also use this one for forestry. So taking it around, I have my plows over here, my 3 plows. You can see that they're very used. You could use a paint job, but yeah, that's what it is. So these are the combine headers. So here we have, I don't remember the name, but I use this with the forage harvester. So yeah, so this is the part that I was telling you about earlier. A big room for all this equipment. So then I'm going to show you the fields. So I have 1 field there. This was my first field actually. For some reason all my roads in No Man's Land are dirt. I like how they look. So I have my wheat fields over here, my 3 big wheat fields. I recently planted cotton in these bigger ones, so I'm just going to show you over here. I really like these wavy fields. Had to smooth them a bit because in the forestry bits you can't just plow them over. It's very irregular. So yeah, it goes until the limits of the map. Just gonna cut shortcut over here. So yeah, that's my 2 bigger fields over there. Oops, little bump over there. Gotta take care of that. So I still have a bit of forestry to do to clear this up and stretch this field even longer. So what I usually do is in batches. So I clear a forest, I expand the fields, and so on. Okay, so now I'm going to show you real quick the north part of the map where I have my productions. I have lights over there for when I'm working late. Yeah, here we have a bit of a frame drop, so all the equipment will do that to you. Yeah, so it gets smoother over here. Okay, so going north. So the plans are to create fields over here, clear this, and build fields around the rocks. So this is the entrance of the north farm, the productions. So here we have the carpentry building furniture, the first one. We have a couple. You'll see a lot of these forklifts I'm just going to show you something real quick. This is the telehandler. These are really useful. I really recommend them. Maybe I'll do a video next time. So a sawmill over here, one of them. On the right we have a couple of spinneries, turning wool into fabric. On the left we have a second big silo, the north one. On the right we have a weighing station. Since it's bugged, it doesn't show the correct weight. I'm waiting for a fix. Here we have a big park, just for the trailers and such. Nothing fancy. I'm not a big fan of the big sheds, so I'd rather have them in the open, out in the open. So this is another carpentry, and another carpentry, and another carpentry. These shelves, this is where I store my planks. Running low. I'll explain just a bit. This is for those years where I don't have. Oops. The blinker was on. For the years where I don't have any more wood, but I want to keep it going in the carpentries. So on the left we have the first sawmill of the game. If you recognize the lake, this is where the original field was. So yeah, that's how my farm started. So I have another repairing station over here. So this is my sustainable production area, if you will. I kept the original house. I like it in No Man's Land. I think it suits the map. So I had to terraform a bit of the lake. Oops. We just wait for the chopper to go through. Okay, it's gone. So yeah, I have a generator, a big wind turbine. So these are also where I have my greenhouses and a dedicated truck to keep the water flowing. I have a truck over here to keep the chicken feed. I push my eggs to this area here where I'll load them into a truck. Let me just go back into the main road. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you. I have a truck over here. I call him the pusher. It's a John Deere, the modest one, to push all the pallets into place, into a loading place. So it's more or less lined with that row of eggs over there. As you can see, I placed them symmetric so that the eggs are facing the same place, and I can just push them both at the same time. So then that warehouse there is for my honey pallets that are over there near the cows, as you could see earlier. I just want to show you this bit over here. This is the carpentry, the first carpentry of the map, and a spinnery, and a cereal mill, a grain mill, yeah, grain mill over there, a bakery, and I have my sheep. If you catch an earlier video I posted, I push my wool into that spinnery down that road, and another row goes into this back one. Okay. So moving on. Another bakery over there. I have three bakeries and one of two sugar mills. So this is the third bakery on the right. On the left we have a sawmill over there, and over here we have three tailors where they build, create, or produce clothes. My most profitable production line. So I have everything in this little square here. I just use this forklift here to load into the truck. Oh, it's actually loaded right now. It's April. I'll be selling those either on this month or next month. So here I have my bunker silo. At the moment it has, let's see, 2.5 million more or less. It reached 3 million. So this is how I load it into the truck. Here I have 2 dairies. Nothing crazy, just producing chocolate. And a second sugar mill over there. I have to build better roads. This is the most recent part of the map. So then I have my cow with the robots. You can see the robot coming down there. Actually, I also have a feeder to produce TMR, because sometimes I really need to feed the cows, and I like to produce TMR manually. And I'm also thinking of getting a second cow shed, and maybe I won't use the robot. So what we have, and finally we have the pigs. I have 2 piggeries. Oh, let me just show you one of my favorite places of the farm is the floating rocks. You can see they are floating. That's what happens when you terraform the map and lower this bit, and the rocks keep floating. It's nice. It's like a kind of magic kind of thing. So yeah, I have the pigs over here. So I have the manure heap over there, gathering manure, well, I hope from these 3 animal pens. Yeah, I think I showed you everything. So let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions. I have this area which is a bit glitched out over there, because I flattened this bit after placing the greenhouses. So yeah, let me know if you have any suggestions, if you have any comments. Yeah, let me know.